Hey everybody, we are back, and I have another great guest for you. On the line right now is Hitha. She has a brand new single out called Independent. And I gotta tell you guys, I listen to her music. It is fresh, it's fun, and it tells a story. And it's not like some of the stuff that you hear on the radio stations today. She's gonna be a standout artist here in the next couple of years. I can feel it. She's already doing it right now. And I'm glad we're a part of her journey as she goes forward, and we're going to be talking to her about what she loves about music, of course, this new single, some of the new stuff that she has coming out, and more. So welcome to the show, Hitha. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad you could join us. This is a lot of fun. I love talking to musicians. I love talking to creative people that can put what they want to tell the world into their art, and you're doing that. And that's exciting. So tell me a little bit about yourself. When did you get into singing? I mean, you're young still. So when did you get the bug to I'm going to sing or I'm going to play an instrument?
So I actually started singing when I was 4 years old, and I started with Indian classical music.
Really?
And this gave me an amazing foundation to try and experiment with different singing styles.
Wow. So do you use that today, like Indian styles, into your music? Because it sounds like there might be something similar to that in there, even though it still has like a pop sound to it.
Yeah. So, my Indian singing training taught me how to, stay on pitch, breathe at the right spots, and it influences me a lot. And it taught me how to do most of the things I know how to do today.
I've been lucky enough to hear a lot of different music styles across, from cultural music, and I know that music and dance can play huge influences into different cultures. What is music like for the Indian culture and dance? How important is that to that culture?
It's so important. A lot of times, the music and dance in my culture, it sends out a story from some time, and it gives a message of connection. Everyone connects over the music. Everyone connects over the dance, and I think it's not only with my ethnicity. Everyone all over the world connects over music, and I think that's a very special thing.
Music really is other than maybe art, one of the few true universal languages, because no matter what happens, you don't have to speak the language. You don't even have to know the culture. But if you can appreciate the art or the music, you can understand a little bit about that culture, and I think that's very important.
Exactly. In music, you express your emotion and feelings, and that's just worldwide. It's universal, and everyone can kind of relate to everything in music, right? So
That's right.
it's just an amazing thing.
Now, have you ever been to India? Were you born there? Were you born here? And if you have been to India, what have been some of the experiences that you've had watching other performers of your own culture? And what do you like the most about it? What makes it so special to you?
So I wasn't born in India. I was born here in California, but I used to go to India every single summer. And one of the reasons why I loved going to India was there was so much culture, and there was so much love and affection over there. You can talk to everyone. No one would judge you. It was such a nice place. And that's why I love the music there, too, because it kind of spread over all topics. It talked about everything. And people just listened and loved the music there and related to it. And it was really, really, really nice.
You know what? I kind of found it funny because a little while ago I realized, well, I kind of learned it when I was in school, but India is part of the Asian continent, and a lot of people didn't know that, and I talked to a lot of people that didn't know that. So there is also, you're very close to some of these Indian cultures, these Asian cultures like China and Thailand and Bali and all these other places. Have you studied any of those too? And do they play any influence into the Indian culture?
Yeah, the music, the instruments there, everyone uses them, and they're just universal. As I said, you can't really put them in categories. Everyone uses instruments over there. Everyone uses like similar like rhythms and stuff. but each country and each place has their own uniqueness about it, and everyone just loves. everyone loves. Everyone loves, puts emotion and everything. They put their soul and heart into the music there, which is why it's so unique.
Well, I know you got a budding career right now, and I know you have a lot of aspirations to what you're going to accomplish with your goals and your music and stuff like that. So tell me a little bit about what are some of those goals. What do you want to reach, and what do you consider success? Because I know everybody has a different terminology of success and what that means, and eventually that might change. That's what's great about success. It has the ability to evolve. So what are some of your successful goals right now that you want to reach? What do you want to do with this music that you're going into?
I just want to inspire people. I write music about everyday issues, and I just want people to listen to my music and know that everything's going to be all right, and they can just keep doing what they're doing, and at the end, they're going to be happy. My view on success is as long as I am happy with where I've come as an artist, I'm going to be successful. Not as rich or famous or anything. Successful in the view that like I'm gonna be okay with what I've achieved and accomplished.
So what do your parents think about doing this, and are they proud of you? Have they helped you along the way? Do they support you? What's some of the relationship been like with that?
My parents support me so much, and I'm so lucky because a lot of times new artists, they don't have supportive parents, and their parents don't want to like pay for it, or they want their children to do something else. But my parents are so supportive, and they do everything for me, and I'm so thankful that they are willing to support me on my journey.
You know, I don't know how important, I can't stress it enough how important it is for parents to support their children with whatever they're trying to do, because I know it was tough for me when I wanted to be an artist and I wanted to do some writing, and between me and my mother and my grandmother, they were always fighting between which one I should be, and I'm like, I'm just going to do them both, but it was tough because they didn't quite see it as a lucrative way of making money, and it wasn't for me necessarily about the money, it was about the storytelling, and I did have their support, but I didn't have their support, and so I kind of know what it's like to not have it, and it is tough. It's really hard to do. And, for somebody that is young and inspired to do what they want to do, I think that's very important for their parents to be on board. And I'm glad that your parents are doing that for you.
Thank you so much. Everyone's parents just want the best for them. And I feel like they know what they want to have their children do something that they know give them enough money to have a good future. And a lot of times, the entertainment industry is about luck, and you can't always rely on the source of income from this industry.
Well, I got to tell you, I was listening to some of your music here, and like I said at the beginning of the show, there's a lot of people that get out there and they want to talk about, something that's important to them, or it's they want to tell the story. And a lot of the times, what I've been hearing in today's music, I hate to say it, I'm going to probably get a lot of junk for this, but it's okay. A lot of it's garbage. I mean, it's not fun to listen to. A lot of it's out of pitch. Some of it doesn't even work with the music that they're going to. You can't dance to it. You can't do anything like that to it. It's just kind of something you just sit and listen to. However, I was listening to your music, and not only did I hear a great story behind it, I could feel the passion that you had inside of it, and it was something that you could actually get out and listen to, dance to, and enjoy. It wasn't like making my ears bleed, like some of these people have on the radio. So I could see that there's going to be a great future for you if you continue to do what you do, and you're making it fun for everybody, and I love that.
Thank you so much. A lot of songs that are right now, like currently, everyone's jam right now, they're all so depressing.
Yeah.
Which really confused me, because right now it's it's sad and it's true, but a lot of people are committing suicide, a lot of people are dying, and a lot of people are getting depressed, and the fact that these songs are just encouraging that a bit, like a lot, it makes me really sad because right now we need positive music that kind of brings people out of this misery, and I feel like that's not what's currently popular, and I just want people to know that like you don't have to be depressed to keep living. You don't have to commit suicide. I just want people to know that like it will eventually get better, and that's why I write music the way I do, because I just want to inspire people to keep living, to keep taking this journey of life, and yeah, I just want people to be happy.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're working with two elements here that I think are extremely important to that goal. One of them is music, which makes people, think and get out of their zone for a little bit and forget about the world, or it brings them back to a memory. But you also can dance to your music, and that's something that I think that the newer generation's music has not been able to encompass, because you can listen to it, you can hear the story, but you can't dance to it. It's just not something you can get up and dance to, but you can with your music. And so when you invoke dance, you invoke smiles. And do you know that some of the best ways and some of the best medicine to anything is laughter and smiling? And if you can infuse that and bring that to people, you can heal them just by making them smile a little bit. And I think people forget how important those elements are. So if you can get up there and make people dance, you can make people smile. You've got that mix for a natural medicine that is very contagious and can do some amazingly positive things in people's lives.
Thank you so much.
So tell me a little bit about what you got coming up now. I know that you have about 5 or 6 songs coming out. Are you working on an album?
Yes. Okay. So I have a few more songs that I'm working on, and I can't wait to get them released. But right now, I'm so happy with what I've accomplished, and I can't wait to let people hear my music.
So tell me a little bit about independent. I mean, that sounds like a pretty powerful word. I've listened to it. It's a great song. We're going to be hearing it here in just a few minutes. But tell me a little bit about the meaning behind this particular song.
Okay. So I actually wrote this song for 2 big reasons. I know somebody who has gone through so much in their life, okay? They had health issues, they had family issues, and I had made myself a promise I would write something for them. A couple months after I learned that my friends, they were all kind of not being nice, and they were talking some stuff about me, and I really got disappointed and sad. And so with this surge of like negative emotion and like sad stuff that just went in through my heart, I remembered the promise I made myself for writing that song, and I wrote the song Independent to show that even though you can put trust in other people, you have to know that they still have the power to like lie to you, to tear you down, but you also have the power to not let that happen. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to trust your inner strength. And that's basically why I wrote Independent.
Wow, that's a powerful thing, and I'm sorry that you have to learn how cruel the world can be, but unfortunately we will all experience that whether we want to or not. And it can be quite betraying, and sometimes you find the most betrayal in the people that you least expect it from. But I also know that you do some pretty different things. I think I saw a picture on your website that you were with. I want to say it's a bass. I think it's a bass. Or you do have other instruments that you put in there too, which I think is fun. What are some of the new instruments that you have put out into your music, and what are some of the songs that you can hear some of these different sounds with?
Okay, so I before Independent, I released a song called Special. In Special, I had saxophone and flute. And most pop songs don't have these 2 instruments, but I wanted to add something new and different to my music. I know piano is a regular thing, and a lot of people have piano in their songs. But I also played the piano in independent.
Now, did you play the saxophone and the flute?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm not there yet, but I'm working on expanding my knowledge of instruments.
Well, that's good because I used to play the saxophone a long time ago, and I was no good at it. Let me just tell you that. And I had a guy that I think it was probably the teacher that I went to. The teacher was terrible, and he kind of reminded me of the guy. If you've ever watched The Simpsons, the guy that's the comic book guy, he has a ponytail. He looked just like that, and he was just so mean. It's like I had a hard time learning it at first, but I started getting a hold of it, but it just wasn't fast enough for him, and he just pretty much gave up on me. But I think if I had a chance to play any instrument again, I think I would love to try the bass guitar. I think I'd love to try the saxophone again and pick it up and actually give it a good shot. So I'm glad that you're picking up on that, and hopefully you'll be able to expand your music too. Now I know a instrument very close to the Indian culture is the sitar. Would you ever consider adding some of those into some of your music?
I don't want to spoil anything, but I was planning on adding it in one of my next songs. Just saying.
Well, then we won't know which one it's going to be. We won't let that leak out. But I'm glad you are, because I think that's a very important thing to incorporate some of the sounds of your culture, and I think that's what's so much fun about it. Because not only will people enjoy the music, but they'll also be able to learn a little bit about your culture as well, and hear some of the sounds that that makes the Indian culture so special. Now, when do you think your album is going to be ready? Are you working on it now to the point where it's going to be coming out in the next few weeks, few months, maybe a year, or are you still working on a collaboration with it?
Oh, I'm almost done with the next 2 songs, and I don't want to rush anything, but I'm pretty sure my album is going to come out in a few months.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm so excited for you because there's nothing more exciting than releasing an album and seeing your face on the cover and hearing your music and hearing your songs. It's a little bit surreal. What was it like when you first heard your music played back to you? Was it a little bit shocking?
I didn't believe it at first. To be honest, I was listening and I'm like, wait, that's not me. That can't be me. And then I finally took it in and I'm like, wow, I did that. And it kind of pushed me to work harder.
Because for me, I think, even when I listen back to my old radio shows, to me it almost kind of sounds like I have this vision of what I sound like in my head. But when I hear myself play back on like a phone call that I recorded or something like this, it's just like, that's not me. That just doesn't sound like me. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to go with it. Whatever it is, I'm going with it, and I'm happy about it. And I'm glad that I'm able to use my voice for something, positive in this world. So I'm really excited for you. I'm really glad this is happening. You've been a great guest. I'm so proud of you, and I really wish that you will continue to shoot for the stars. But we're running out of time, so please tell everybody how they can go ahead and hear your music, buy your music, and maybe if you're going to be on any type of tour in the next few weeks, or if you have any new music videos coming out, where can they find them?
Yeah, so all my information, all of it, it's on my website, and it's called hitha.me, and it's like hitha.me, M-E. And all my social media links and upcoming music is all there. So that's where you can find all of my information.
Well, I got to tell you, you are a fresh ray of sunshine into this world of music and musical entertainment. Your face will light up anybody's down days. You got music that's just extremely contagious and wonderfully put together with messages and a fresh beat. And I don't ever want to see you stop shooting for the stars. And if there's anything we can do here at the AME Radio Show to help you along with that, please let me know. But I do want to be able to have people hear this song. So I want to release it now. I think you can introduce it better than I can, and I want you to be able to do that. So go ahead. Let's introduce the song, Independent, for them, and let's get them rocking.
You're making me blush. Okay. So Independent, well, I described how I came up with Independent, but I just hope that Independent can inspire everyone, and I just hope that you'll enjoy the music. and I hope that it will brighten your day. Yeah.
All right, guys, it is playing in the background. I'm sure you can hear right now. But after the song, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, I promise you we have so much more, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it. So right now, Independent, and we'll be back after this.
I've been let down, searching through and through forever since. Pushed around, getting down. I used to be like, help me, somebody help me get through this crowd. This maze of emotion getting me so worked around. I take charge, I am free. I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. I am strong, I am me. Welcome to reality. I've been through the rough, I am the brave. Listen to me scream independent. Let them see me stand, soar above the ground. I will scream independent. Some things I can't control, it's okay, I'll let you know. I don't need others to pull me up. You may be right, you may be wrong. No matter what, I'll stay strong. I'll show you what I've got. I take charge, I am free. I'm becoming who I'm meant to be. I am strong, I am me. Welcome to reality. I've been through the rough, I am the brave. Listen to me scream independent. Let them see me stand, soar above the ground. I will scream independent. I'm getting up from the hole I'm buried in, starting on my new path. Not letting you mess with me again. Don't mess with me. I'm gonna come back stronger. You're not gonna push me down. No. I'm gonna fight for what I want. Even if I just fall down again. 'Cause you won't be the reason. Listen to me. I've been through the rough, I am the brave. Listen to me scream independent. Let them see me stand, soar above the ground. I will scream independent. I've been